Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Hester and welcome to another vlog. So, I'm sure... Well, the cat's out of the bag. The reason I pre-recorded several videos wasn't because... Well, it wasn't also because I wanted to make sure that you guys got at least one video every day, and this is starting to irritate me. The main... What the... Oh, that was the ice maker. But the main reason why I pre-recorded multiple videos was actually to cover up for my absence because I left Friday immediately after work, although I took a half day and drove down to Missouri to visit my great-grandmother and my mom, who coincidentally, well... halfway through recording, reading your comments, I realized that she might click on it, so I had to give, albeit subtle, hints without being real direct. And yes, she was very surprised by the fact that only my grandparents knew that I was actually coming down to Missouri. I won't bore you with the gushy details, but yes, there was a couple tears as she hugged me, so mission accomplished there. And then, if you guys remember, last year I went down to Missouri to surprise my great-grandmother. And again, she didn't know that I was coming, and before I get too far into her stuff, but what was it? But it took her a good 3 seconds to realize that it was me. Like, she wasn't expecting me, and it was awesome. Now, to get to the point of this video, for the little backstory, she had a stroke episode where, I guess one of her heart valves is kind of sputtering or something. I'm not going to school for medicine, so pardon my lingo, but basically one of her heart valves was sputtering that sent blood clots up to her brain, and I didn't see the image or the scan, but there were a bunch of white specks dotted throughout her brain, I guess, so mostly in the back, although more recently, I think Thursday, a scan showed she had, after another episode, that she had some in her frontal lobe, and she started out not being able to really form words properly, and she was quite aware of what's going on, so mentally she's still there, but at the same time, slightly slow speech, like, she would start to pronounce words kind of like stuttering, but then she would pause and look up at the ceiling as if deep in thought, trying to think of what the word is and how to say it. So she's still there, and today, before I drove back up here, because I'm taking Sunday off because, Jesus Christ, after seeing it, it wasn't exactly like my great-grandfather, but it was close enough that I'm gonna take Sunday off, so yeah, yay. But an interesting thing to note is she's actually, I mean, yes, she still has some issues with speaking, but again, she pauses in order to think of her words. Like, she'll look up at the ceiling like, I can't believe, like, whenever you get irritated, you just go like this, like you look up at the ceiling without moving your head, and then basically continue, I guess, is what I'm trying to get out. But, I mean, her physical exercises with, like, here are her feet, and basically rock her feet back and then wiggle her ankles around, and then she actually was using her walker pretty well, so... And to reiterate, her grandmother died at the age of 104, and my great-grandmother is, well, 94, so knock on wood, she still has maybe 10 years left again. Knock on all the wood. And with that said, I think it needs to be said that if you do have a loved one out there, that you need to spend as much time with them as you can get, because none of us know how long we have left to actually be around to be with people. And like, just take what happened just a couple days ago. There was a freak, well, I haven't fully paid attention to that news story, but there was a gasoline or some fuel fire down in Florida that killed, I think the number is 7. Like, 7 people were killed on the road, mind you. So again, we don't know how long we have. And going further, a couple months ago, I found out that one of the girls I went to school with actually died of leukemia. Or was it, I don't know if it was leukemia or breast cancer. I know it was one of the two. And again, I'm 26 and she just died, and I know she's, if not my age, a few years younger, if not 1 year. Again, I know her name, but I don't remember like talking to her that much. But still, it's just one of those things that you try to think positive, like that's what the whole channel's about. But at the end of the day, yes, I'm living it as if tomorrow I'm gonna die on my way to either to work or from work, because I've seen those dash cam videos, and if anything, I can't trust other drivers out there. So yay. But that being said, and if you know a loved one is close to death or dying, then quite honestly, I'd say make sure you do say goodbye, because as my mother pointed out, my great-grandma, when my great-grandfather had his stroke, and my grandmother wouldn't tell my mom where he was in the hospital because great-grandma said not to, my mom pointed out that she never got to say goodbye to, I think it was her sister, and that struck the chord, and immediately my grandmother told my mom, who then took me and the rest of the immediate family, my stepdad and my little sister, to the hospital to visit and essentially say our goodbyes. And yeah, I still remember that goodbye. But basically the point of what I'm getting at is the last 4 words I said to my great-grandmother was, "I love you, Grandma." Not in that order. It was, "Goodbye, Grandma. I love you." Okay, 5 words, but still, those were the last words I said to her. So if she does pass away between now and the next time I hope to see her is going to be Mother's Day, if not as another surprise, then just, again, that's the next time I plan to go down there, because again, there are 4 generations alive. I'm the 4th, she's the 1st, so I say that at the age of 26, so I don't know where I'm going with that, but at the end of the day, if she does die, like right now, and I'm just about to get a phone call, or she dies tomorrow, or a week from now, a month from now, those were the last words I said to her. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and I guess give you a video for Sunday, even though not exactly the best video to give you guys, but hey, at least you guys know what's going on and why I pre-recorded all those videos. Although I think I will keep pre-recording just so that way you guys have something to watch, because there are some days when it's like I come home, I look at the computer, I just go to bed, and when I do wake up, it's like 8 or 10 p.m., and then I hear my neighbors all around, and it's like, well, I can't record now because I'll disturb them, and if I disturb them, then noise complaint and blah. Otherwise, in another update, yes, I am looking at houses, although, not to bore some of you younger people, but it's a seller's market right now, so what I mean by that is it's not cheap to buy a house right now. And Omaha is one of the more lower end. I mean, I think the average house here is about $200,000, but again, that's the average. There are houses for less than $100,000, but they're too close to downtown, which is more of the crime center, if you ask me. Basically, I do have a rule of thumb where I don't want to live on 100th Street going to the east, which is where the numbers start to get closer to 1, and then you're in the state of Iowa in Council Bluffs, basically. So, just to get you guys all up to date on what's going on. And with that said, I'm going to just relax for the rest of my time off until... Ow. Yeah, driving for 5 hours is not fun when you're by yourself. Just you, alone, with your thoughts, and your favorite radio stations are like 4 hours away before you actually get to them. So, yay! So, with that said, see you all on Monday. Well, technically Sunday, but you know what I mean. Regular broadcasting, Monday. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ooh, that reminds me. And yes, the family does thank you all for those who gave, I don't know why you gave condolences. I mean, she's still alive. It's not, well, then again. Need I remind you guys I'm socially awkward? I'm pretty sure condolences can be used in any tragic manner, but she's still alive. Knock on wood. I don't want to get that text message or phone call. Oh god, I'll be pissed if I get a text saying she passed away. That's something you have to say in voice. Mainly person, but yeah. Anyway, bye-bye. Is there something wrong with me?
Reinforcements on.
Actually, don't answer that. I'll just say ready for action.
Upgrade in progress.
You've let unidentified.
No! What the fuck? This is my own planet!